They said she was too beautiful to confront that woman, but only the gods knew what shame she carried inside. In the sun-kissed hills of Nteje, a woman named Sophia was worshipped like a goddess by everyone who saw her. With caramel skin that glowed like polished brass, lips shaped like ripened cherries, and eyes that held the promise of stories untold, Sophia wasn't just the village beauty, she was its miracle. No one could understand how a woman so regal could be the daughter of Mama Oluchi, the village poorest widow. Mama Oluchi was small and bent with years of labor. Her wrappers were always faded, her sandals worn flat, and her eyes, though kind, always trembled with worry. She sold firewood by the roadside and often went days without proper meal. Still, her eyes gleamed with fierce maternal pride whenever she spoke of her daughter. But Sophia, she didn't return the warmth. As Sophia grew older, so did her shame. She avoided walking with her mother in public. At village meetings, she sat far away. During markets, she pretended not to see her when Mama Oluchi waved from her tiny stall. "Don't you know I'm preparing for the city?" she would whisper to herself. "I'll soon be gone. I can't be seen with you looking like that." She told everyone she was an orphan. Mama Oluchi heard it once. The words cracked her spirit like dry wood under pressure. But she didn't confront Sophia. She just turned away, carried a basket of firewood, and walked into the forest in silence. One rainy afternoon, a shining black jeep rolled into the village square. Out stepped Ezugo, the only son of Chief Okole of Onitsha. Tall, dark and broad-shouldered, Ezuko looked like royalty dipped in wine. He has come to Nteje searching for a wife, one untouched by the city's madness. The moment he laid eyes on Sophia, he smiled. "She's the one," he whispered to his driver. By nightfall, his family had approached Sophia's guardian elders. They agreed to a courtship period. Sophia was elated. Ezogu had money, class, charm, and more importantly, he didn't know about Mama Oluchi. She warned the village elders not to mention her mother. She died long ago, she insisted. Within 2 months, Ezugo's family returned with expensive palm wine, yam tubers, wrappers, and goats. The bride price was settled. Sophia would become the wife of a prince. Mama Oluchi watched all the preparations from a distance. She has heard the news from the village children and rushed to Sophia's compound, clutching a calabash of soup she had made from boiled vegetables. "My daughter, is it true you are getting married?" Sophia stiffened. People were watching. "Yes," she said coldly, "but there is no need for you to come. Your presence will only confuse things. I already told them I have no parents." The calabash dropped. The soup spilled across the red dust. Mama Oluchi didn't speak. She just picked up the broken pieces and left. That night, thunder rolled over Nteje. Rain poured like the heavens were weeping. Mama Oluchi sat in her hut, staring at the roof, leaking in 3 corners. Her wrappers were soaked. She whispered to the gods, "Chuku, I carried her for 9 months. I bled to bring her into this world. I gave up food so she could eat. I gave up sleep so she could learn. Now she won't let me attend her wedding. If this is your will, so be it, but let justice not sleep forever." Lightning cracked the sky. Far away, in her candlelit room, Sophia was trying on her wedding gown, laughing with her friends, sipping sweet wine. The village square was packed. Elders wore their finest. Drummers beat the skin of their instrument like warriors. Ezugo stood under the ceremonial canopy, beaming. Sophia arrived in a chariot made from white horses and golden lace. Her beauty made even the sun jealous. People clapped, women elated, children danced. But then, a figure approached from the crowd, barefoot, wrapped in a faded green cloth, hair uncombed. It was Mama Oluchi. She held a small gift in her hand, a wooden comb she had carved from the remains of Sophia's childhood chair. Sophia, she called softly. Silence fell. The drummers stopped. The priest paused. Sophia froze. She looked at Ezugo, then at his mother, whose face was already twisted in shock. "Who is that woman?" Ezugo asked. Sophia did not reply. Mama Oluchi walked closer, smiling. "My daughter, I brought this for you. It's small, but it's made with love." Sophia turned sharply. "I don't know you." The crowd gasped. Ezugo's face dropped. "What?" "She's mad," Sophia said quickly. "She comes to weddings pretending to be people's mother. Please, carry her away." Mama Oluchi stopped moving. The gift fell to the ground. Her lips trembled. "Sophia, you mean?" Guards came immediately. The crowds watched as Mama Oluchi was escorted out, tears tracing dust lines down her cheeks. Ezugo pulled Sophia aside. "You lied." Sophia was panicking. "She's not. She's... I didn't want to embarrass you." Ezugo shook his head. "You embarrassed yourself." He turned to his father and whispered something. Chivokoli stood and spoke. "This marriage is postponed. We cannot take a woman who's ashamed of her own roots. What if she bears us children and deny them too?" The wedding ended in confusion. Sophia ran to her room. Makeup ruined. Pride shattered. By evening, the town crier announced it. Ezugo had left the village. Sophia was now the woman who rejected her mother in public and lost the prince in return. Her friends abandoned her. Suitors stopped coming. Rumors grew like weeds. "She is cursed," some whispered. "She insulted the gods," others said. Even her beauty seemed to fade. Months passed. No one saw Mama Oluchi again. Her hut was empty. Her firewood stand abandoned. The village assumed she had left, or worse, died of heartbreak. One evening, Sophia walked to her mother's hut and sat in the doorway, waiting. "Ma, please, come back," she whispered. "I didn't mean it. I was scared. I was proud, but I'm sorry." There was no answer. Every evening after that, she returned, sweeping the compound, cleaning the clay walls, placing fresh water at the door. Other women watched her. Some mocked her. But one day, as the harmattan wind blew gently, a voice whispered from the bushes, "Sophia!" She turned sharply. Mama Oluchi stood there, older, tinier, but glowing with calm. Tears flooded Sophia's eyes. She fell to her knees. "I am sorry. Please forgive me." Mama Oluchi knelt too and hugged her. "You forgot me before men, but I'll never forget you before the God." Word spread across Inteje. Mother and daughter had reconciled. Sophia never left the village again. She opened a woman's craft school, teaching girls how to make things with their hands. She invited her mother to give talk on resilience, strength, and dignity. Years later, when Sophia was finally married to a humble school teacher who adored her, she wore a simple dress woven by her mother. Mama Oluchi walked her proudly down the aisle, hand to hand. People cried, not because of beauty or wealth, but because of grace, humility, and second chance. In a world that worship appearance, never forget the hands that fed you in secret. One day, beauty may fade, but the shame of a forgotten mother will haunt you longer than wrinkles. This is not just a story, it is a mirror. Look into it. To all our esteemed viewers out there, would you rather marry someone who looks perfect on the outside or someone who honors their family no matter what? Please drop your honest answers in the comment section and let's talk about pride, shame, and what truly matters. These are not just stories, they are mirrors of life carved from the heart of Africa. If today's tales move you, make you laugh, think, or even shed a tear, then don't let it end here. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and become part of the noble family where every story holds a lesson and every voice matters. This is African Tales by the Nobles, where our stories live, breathe, and teach. Till next time, keep your heart opened, your spirit grounded, and your ears ready for the next tale.